So just to continue from my previous talk, and I've got my new little toy here, my new little microphone. Hopefully it should improve the audio quality of these videos, these talks. But basically about a month ago, I hit this kind of a rock bottom point. I've hit many of those rock bottom points, but this one, I'd just been drinking and smoking non-stop all year. And I reached a point where I caught something like bronchitis, something like that. And I also had a finger infection that just lasted weeks, a pretty sizable one that just was not healing. I had to get antibiotics for it, all that stuff. But I was just feeling like, why am I getting so sick? I feel like demon entities have broken through my defense systems. And I was driving around locally and I saw the local Catholic church. I saw the sign saying Sunday Mass, all welcome. And it was just during this period where, as I described it, just like I said in the last video, it was like this voice, but it was more than a voice. It was like this energetic presence from within me said, it's time for you to stop all of that. You got to stop. And it was so all-encompassing, so impossible to ignore that I was like, okay, I feel like this is some kind of signal from wherever it's from, even if it's from my deepest self, whatever, however you want to think of it, but something was telling me it's time to stop that now. So, and then I saw the sign for the local church, local Catholic church, Sunday Mass, and I thought, okay, look, I'm just going to go cold turkey, sober, and I'm going to start going to church on Sunday. I have to change my ways. I have to be a better person. I have to evolve now. I can't be doing that. It's just going to kill me. It's just going to make my health deteriorate, blah, 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 all that stuff. And for me, something like that had to happen. What I mean is, it had to be something miraculous. It couldn't be another human just telling me, you've got to change your ways. Because I will just find the faults. And when I say faults, I mean I'll find the flaws in that human, because we are all flawed. And nobody's perfect, but that's kind of how we are perfect, is in our imperfections, if you want to think of it like that. And so if someone tells me you must do this, it's like an authority figure of another human and I can see their shortcomings. So just nothing really stuck with me. It had to be something miraculous, something like an energetic presence, a force. Believe it, whether you believe it or not, this is my account and it's led to these profound changes in my life. And it's only a month in, so I'm not trying to jinx it or anything. I can't even tell you what shape of things may come even tomorrow, even by this evening. But I just know since then I've been attending church each week for about a month. And I've since attended a church event where it's so cool, I met various priests from the region, Catholic priests, and I even met the bishop of the region's diocese. I met the bishop who I've seen deliver. One time my friend took me, is it called Ash Wednesday or is it Ash Friday? I feel like it was Ash Wednesday. And the bishop was there and gave the ceremony at the cathedral, the local cathedral. So the bishop was there and somehow I end up on this table where I'm talking to the priests and the bishop as well, talking about how I'm a musician, and I find out like a few of the priests and the bishop play music on some level, but they will say like they've got a deep respect for someone who does music professionally, which is really cool because I've got a deep respect for what they do, like choosing the priestly path, choosing a path of spirituality and faith. But it's nice having that kind of mutual respect. And to me, I've got respect for people who choose to do music as a hobby, because you're keeping the fun and the passion alive. Sometimes it can be challenging turning music or any art form into a profession. It's easy to lose the joy because it becomes about business and you got to make money and blah, blah, blah. It can be challenging to make it work while still maintaining your passion. So I've got respect for people who choose to do it as a hobby. But it's just crazy. I swear, like, I don't even try it. Like, I don't even try to meet people like that. I just end up on the table with the priest and the bishop It happens in my life. It's like I've ended up opening for Elton John 12 times in 2020 for his Australian leg of the Farewell Yellow Brick Road tour. And I was as a guest for Tate Sheridan, great singer-songwriter, piano player from Sydney, Australia. Tate Sheridan, shout out. He brought myself and our friend Matt Nightingale on bass along, and we opened for Elton John 12 times. And so my point is, I just effortlessly end up in these rooms, or I end up just, opening for Elton John. Now I'm just hanging out with the bishop of the Regent's Diocese, whose like schedule is full. He's got like a full schedule. And now I'm just having a little chat with him. And so all these events just has been deepening my faith. And I didn't even, I've thought about the word faith before, kind of like have faith or take a leap of faith. But now there's like this passionate component where it's like this heart blossoming, heart opening aspect to it that's occurring. And that event I attended, the church event, it was to do with finding your vocation. And I walked out of there and I felt like music is my vocation. Like I'm already doing my vocation. I just didn't fully realize it. I didn't fully see it. I kind of treated it like a burden in the past. But this allowed me to see the holiness in it. Even when I'd go to church, I'd come out of church and then I'd get a gig offer, and it would just feel like this holy thing, this kind of oneness Zen thing almost, where you're in that state of grace and then you're open to receiving grace. And so for me, it's just 100% tied with music. But so it's just transformed my teaching, transformed my teaching, because now I see this as a vocation. I see this as a service. And I always somewhat saw it as a service, a way of giving back. But now it's less about my ego and like, oh, I'm tired today, I don't want to go to work, blah, blah, blah. And it's more like, no, you just get it done. There's people depending on you. It's your responsibility, and you show up and you be professional. It's just fully like radically transformed my whole approach to everything. And it's still unfolding. And now I'm at this point where I'm considering putting on workshops, music workshops, just renting out the local hall. Because I was driving past and I saw there's a hall you can rent out, and it's right near a train station. Like it's right next to the train station. So I thought, okay, let's rent it out, and then it's easy access for people. And just doing like music performance workshops, which is like second nature to me. The amount of gigs I've done in my lifetime, it's thousands, including those Elton John gigs. That will just like, I can't tell you the level of nerves walking out onto like a stage like that. But you've got this role. We're sort of like the entree, the hors d'oeuvres before the main course. So everyone's kind of getting their seats. It's not like people are there to watch you and all the pressure's on you. But it's still like an intense thing. You want to say the right thing, and because you're very low on the pecking order. But so it's changing my teaching. It's making me love business and entrepreneurs and really take it seriously as a vocation. I always would kind of like, I'd be interested in business and entrepreneurial pursuits, even in terms of the freedom that it grants you, even though like you do have to work 24/7. So there's a trade-off, but you get to work for yourself. You're not working to fulfill someone else's vision. So it's just, so I was back and forth with business and entrepreneurs, and I'd see the value in money, and then I'd be like, I don't want anything to do with money, sick of money. But now I'm just back. Like it feels like entrepreneurship is part of my vocation as well, because it means I can keep doing the music thing. And I'm just understanding like how to build a kind of, not just a community, but a kind of, ecosystem or whatever. So I've got all these tools that I'm soon to release. I'm developing them right now. That's what I'll be doing as soon as I click off this video. But just developing all kinds of tools, software tools for musicians. We'll see if we can get them on Android, iPhone apps, as well as desktop, but they'll definitely have a web-based counterpart. They'll have a web-based version, which you should be able to access from any device that has a web browser. So I'll keep you updated. I've already made one called the Metronome, which is just a basic metronome, but now's the time to start adding features. I just felt so flustered by life before, but now it's just like suddenly I'm on this mission. I've got limited amount of time. Let's just get it. Let's get it. Get it, girl. We got it. We got to make stuff happen while we can, while we have breath in our body, while we have a beating in our hearts. So that's, yeah, like, and a month ago, I was just in a bad way, like just kind of drinking to get by and like feeling like, oh, I don't want to teach and then doing gigs and stuff. And I did this gig. One of the turning points was like, I'd been sick the week before, and then I did this solo gig the following weekend. I'm still kind of getting over it, like the illness. I got over the illness the week prior. But you know, you have like the after effects. It takes like a while, and your lungs are filled with fluid, and you cough or phlegm or whatever, and you're coughing and stuff. So I'm like drugged up, you know, cough syrup, and I've been like drinking through the day, and I didn't think about like mixing alcohol and cough syrup. And as I'm driving to the venue, I had some cough syrup before I left, only a little bit. But as I'm driving to the venue, I've just felt like I'm almost too out of it. And I couldn't, you know, you're trying to like slap your face. You're like, come on, snap out of it, man. But like, I was just this close to being too out of it. It wasn't drink driving. I wasn't over the limit. It was more just the combination of the two elements. The cough syrup, dextromethorphan, hydrobromide, and beer. And I was 6 feet from the edge. Thanks, Creed. But I was just so out of it, and I didn't like that feeling that I didn't have a grip on my mental state. I was just like, no, I've got to do like a gig and talk to people and stuff. And I played the gig, and it all went fine. I did feel like I was playing like 20 BPM slower because I'm in this like, you know, like that, what is it, lean, that drink, lean, grape drink, whatever, lean. I just felt like on the nod or something. And that was kind of a turning point, doing that gig and just feeling that way. I was like, that's not good. That's not good. It's not good for business. It's not good for you. It's not good for me. It's not good for anybody. So I had to change. I had to make these changes, and I'm just grateful for those rock bottom moments. Because if you don't have those, then there's no impetus. There's no incentive to want to change. So now it's so crazy because like a month ago, I did not expect myself to be talking about this stuff, but now my faith is deepening. I've got a book, St. Augustine's Confessions. It's one I've been wanting to read for a long time, but I just found a local, like a bookseller based in Sydney who had a copy. So I've got that, I'm reading that, and it talks about like, you know, things like your most inward part. And St. Augustine reflects as God as being more inward than his most inward part. Just things like that. I'm just wanting to read more stories of the saints. It's all new to me. Like I've got a Bible here. I'm trying to read it. I find myself getting lost. I don't know where to start, and I get confused. That's why I actually like the church, and I like the fact there's professionals who have devoted themselves to theology. I don't think necessarily it should be up to us to interpret it. I actually want someone who devotes their time to interpreting it, to help me understand it. And then maybe I can make my own understanding of it over time, or learn how to actually engage with this text. But in the meantime, just reading other Christian philosophers their accounts of Christianity and their deepening faith, that's kind of where I'm at with it. That's helping me a lot. So anyway, it's really exciting. I just feel like my heart is blossoming with love and charity. And I'm just finding ways that I can better give back to the world. Because it's so fleeting, and this moment is just so precious. We get so caught up in the stuff, but it's like it's all going away. It's all temporary, and it's all going away. And you really have to figure out who you are and what this is all about sooner than later. Because like, there's really no time. There's no time to not ponder these questions and to go deep into the heart. And that's what's striking me the most, because you see people, one of the criticisms you hear against religion is like, I don't believe in an invisible man in the sky, all that stuff. And I understand where they're coming from, but my personal experience with this is it's coming from the heart space. It's like this heart thing that I can't put in words. It feels miraculous, but it's undeniable. And the fact there's like a church based around it, and it's like existed for thousands of years or whatever. Like, I'm still learning the history and all that stuff, but I just mean the fact it exists, that means other people feel this same thing, and they've decided to devote themselves to the preservation and cultivation of this heart-based thing. It's got nothing to do with the concepts of like, well, I don't believe in that. It's like, I don't even know, like maybe it is belief, but like, for me, it's not even about belief. It's like this heart-based faith thing. And it's so undeniable when it happens to you that you just devote your life to it. That's like my experience with it. And then, so I'm learning the scriptures as a result of that, and learning the teachings so I can be a better person, a better Christian, because I am at fault. I'm at fault in many areas of my life. So that's why it's like perfect for me. I'm a sinner that's wants to become a saint. So it's perfect that this exists for people who have done wrong things in their life, or just haven't found the light, however you want to think of it. They've been lost. I just think it's a beautiful thing. I don't really jive with knocking it about or tossing it to the side. To me, it's like, no, this should be the center point of our existence. It's like, why are we here? What's our purpose? Like, why should we care for one another? And you could say it's evolution, but it's like, yeah, but where did evolution come from, man? It just leads to more questions. That's why after a certain point, you need to go beyond the intellect, and you have these profound kinds of experiences that simply can't be ignored. Anyway, I've been talking for nearly 19 minutes. Maybe I'll turn this into a podcast episode. The audio should be clear enough. Maybe I will do that. So I'll see how I go. I'll upload this, but let me know your questions. At the moment, I'm just kind of riffing, but I'm sure as I go, I'll just keep uploading these. Listen to what you can. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your experiences with this. Any questions, your criticisms, I'm totally open to it. Just let me know. I send you all the love. I wish you all the love, peace, and protection. That's all anyone deserves in this life. And we'll see. I'll just keep going with this, and I'm sure a shape will emerge. I'll get better at whatever this is, but I just feel this calling to share this. I hope you like my little fluffy Mikey here, little fluffy mousy Mikey, moo moo. And otherwise, my name's Jamal Salem. I wish you all the best. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out.